Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before anything, I just wanted to say a couple of things. If by any chance you do not think a woman should change the way she's born, if by any chance you think plastic surgery is a waste of time, a waste of money, if by any chance you think this is not something I should be promoting, I should be talking about it, it's completely fine for you to have those kinds of opinions. So I just wanted to say that this video, it's probably not for you. So I don't want to waste your time. So it's okay if you want to just pause the video now and go do something else. And besides you coming here and leaving me mean comments about it, I feel like you should just probably stop watching this video now and go watch something else, because this video might not be for you, because I will be talking about plastic surgery, and I know this is a very delicate topic of conversation and not many people agree. So besides you coming here and just saying very hurtful and meaningful things to me, I just wanted to stop you now so you don't waste your time and I don't have meaningful, hurtful things commenting below. I just want a positive vibe. So let's get to it. Plastic surgery. I actually decided to do this video because I got approached so many times. I would like to say probably like once a week, twice a week lately, because I don't post as much as sexiest pictures like I used to, and they want to know what kind of implants I have and which one's my doctor and how much cc's I have, how big my breast was before, if I dislike. So I decided to just like come here and tell you everything about breast augmentation. I have this implants, it's my first implants, and I have it for about 6 years. I got it done when I was 24, and I love my breasts. Before I was a small B. I was not flattered. I used to have like a little B, and it was perky, it was perfect, but I wanted big boobs. I wanted to be able to have cleavage. I wanted to be able to wear a bra and it'll be there. I wanted that. I always liked big breasts, and my whole family, everybody had it. And I was the only one who didn't have big, luxurious breasts. So it took me about 2 years to save up and to make up my mind what kind of breast implants I wanted and to find the right doctor. So I'm gonna walk you through it and my experience about breast augmentation and tell you guys things that I believe helped me a lot in the long term, and the things that I like, that I do not like about having breast augmentation. First, I have a silicone implants. It was under the muscle and I got it through the nipple. I have 350 cc's. And I have the new implants. It's called the gummy bears. That's what I have. And oh yes, and I have a high profile. That's why they sit higher. And I make sure to ask my doctor to make them close as possible, because so I wanted my boobs to be closer, because I want this. I didn't want it to be far apart. That was my biggest issue, like a bigger thing that I was so afraid of it. I didn't want my boobs to be far apart, so I asked for that. And my back is really tiny, so I'm 32D, small D. Sometimes a C bra fits me well, because now there's like been a few years they drop a little bit, so I've been using like a C bra, but when I got it, it was like a D. I love them. It's very proportional. It looks big on camera. It's just funny because I am tiny. I'm really tiny, so it looks big on camera. But if you see me in real life, it doesn't look that big, unless if I'm wearing like a crop top like this, or if I have like a sexy bra that has a lot of cleavage. Besides that, I can be with a regular t-shirt, with a regular bra, and it does not look huge and it's enormous, because my doctor helped me picking the size. I actually wanted a bigger size, but my doctor, he was seriously the best doctor I ever met in my whole life. He was so nice, really, really nice. And I went to 3 different doctors, and I didn't like the vibe they gave it to me. And when I met Dr. Azarine, he was just so nice, and just like, it made me pick the perfect breast for my type of body. And he told me, look, I know you want to go big, but you're not gonna look proportional. Let me just give you the perfect set that's gonna look right on your type of body, and you're gonna love it. It won't be so small, it just will be exactly what you asking for. And that's what I went down to 350. If I was gonna get 400, and thank God I didn't, because it was gonna be too big for me. So I actually listened to him and I got 350 cc's. The reason why I decided to do silicone under saline, because I like the way silicone feels. Silicones, it feels like a regular boobs. It's very like gummy. It just feels better than when you get in saline. It's pretty much a bag full of water, saline water. So it looks natural, it looks way natural than silicone, but I don't like the way it feels. And one of the things that after researching for so long and after having friends who got it at the same doctor, oh look at Leia, and got it by the same doctor, but I got a saline, they used to tell me when you go down like this, you can feel the bag. And silicone, you cannot feel it. You can squeeze it, and I usually massage my boob because you're supposed to massage it to break it down, all the scar tissues that builds up towards the ears. And you like sit there and I massage my boobs every day. Not every day nowadays, but I massage like once in a while and I remember. And you can't, like, I cannot feel like the bag. I cannot feel anything. So I definitely like silicone better than saline because of that, because I do not like the feeling of having a plastic bag. I wanted to feel like this belongs to me, and silicone gave me that feeling, like it feels like it's mine, and I loved it. So now the reason why I got it through the nipples, I actually wasn't gonna get through the nipples. I was gonna get normal, like, you know, over here. But then actually like few hours before my surgery, I was there standing, the doctor was taking pictures, and he draw right over here where he was gonna make the precision. And I remember asking him, like, no, like, I don't want it there, like, I want the regular. And he stopped and was like, look, you have a better chances of hiding a scar when you have two different color of skin. Like over here, like if usually your nipples are a little darker than your actual skin. So if when you put a scar right there, you can barely see it. Like you can barely see it. And it's so true. My scars are literally this tiny. I'm not even exaggerating. It's so tiny. I don't even say like it's 2 inches, and you cannot see it. And I was so glad that I actually listened to him and I let him do his job, because I don't think I will be like so self-conscious nowadays, be able to have like a big scar here. And I have friends who do that to the armpit in the past, and it just doesn't look right. And it's there. Like at the end of the day, I have breast implants. It's normal, so of course I'm gonna have a scar, but if I can hide it in a better way, why not? It's right there, you can barely see it, and I loved it. Definitely loved that, and I definitely recommend getting through the nipples. If you can, and if a doctor say your body works fine for it, do it through the nipples. You won't regret it. It's the best thing. Why I decided to get a high profile. So the main reason, I'm not gonna lie, why I always wanted a high profile, because I didn't never have any, and I used to wear, like, you know those Victoria's Secret bra that you buy it that was like makes your boobs 2 sizes bigger. I used to wear that and just push my boobs all the way to the top and like squeeze them as much as I can. So I really wanted that. So when I heard about it, I was like, well, I definitely want that. I definitely want the high profile when I don't have to fake anymore. I was just so tired of having to buy those bras and then spending $65 on a bra that's gonna push my boobs all the way to my neck. And I always wanted that. So there's the reason why I decided to do a high profile. And I'm happy about it. I'm extremely happy about it. But when I will change my size, when I will decide to change it, because I do have to change it every 10 years, I will gonna ask for a teardrop. Why? Because I'm getting a little older and everything tends to just sag, and everything tends to just go down, and it's just get gravity, you know, it's gonna happen. So I just want a teardrop, because I just want my breast to just sit right. And I like that now. I like to be able to have that cleavage. It really is down, but still here. But I just want that like more natural look. So when I will change in about 4 years from now, or maybe less, we never know, I will ask for a teardrop, which is just like, is a natural shape of the boobs. But I wanted that and I got it, and I was extremely happy. I do not regret it. Having a high profile, I do not regret it. It made me look amazing on bikinis. It made me look really good naked. I loved it. I have no regrets at all. I would just change it because as I'm getting older, things tend to change and you change your mind. And you know what it is. I change my mind all the time. I'm a woman. Can't blame me. All right, so now I'm gonna tell you guys the story of the day I got my breast augmentation, how it was, how I feel after, and how it is after you got your breast augmentation for the past, actually, I wanna say like 15 days, because I actually stayed in Florida for 15 days. So I used to live in Boston, so I flew all the way from Boston to Florida. That's where the doctor office was located at, and his name was Dr. Azurine. Unfortunately, he passed away, which was so sad because he was such an amazing doctor, down to earth. So I cannot recommend you guys to him. It's just so sad. It's like devastating because he was such a good doctor and he was so young. I feel like he was in his 40s. So I flew all the way from Boston to Miami. At that time, I was engaged to someone else. Funny. And he stayed with me for a few days until my surgery. Then he flew home, and he came back to pick me up, so we can fly back home after about 10 to 12 days. I ended up staying in some friend's house and when I was in Miami. So the day of the surgery, I wasn't nervous because I really want to be going to that for so long. So I was not nervous at all. I remember going there, and they take before and after pictures. They tell you exactly what they're gonna do, and you walk you through it. And the nurses were so nice. So I remember just walking there, and I have packed everything. By the way, very important thing, you have to pack. Go with comfortable clothes, no makeup, have your hair up, on a braid or something very comfortable, and wear a butt-up shirt. Not something you have to pull in through, because you won't be able to lift your arms. You'll be like, literally you'll be like this. So bring like a baggy sweater, something very comfortable and easy to put it on. Now going back to the story, I remember laying there, and they have like your arms like this. And I remember sitting in a chair, and the lady was talking to me, and she started asking me questions like, oh, I heard you're from Boston. How's Boston? And I remember saying, yes, I'm from Boston. Boston's nice. And I blink. And I woke up, and I'm like, okay, you ready? And I felt like, okay, we ready to go? And it's like, no, you're all set. Like, she's like, and I'm like leaning down, and she's bring me up, and I remember it's like, oh, like I have boobs. And it's just like, it feels so heavy. That's the feeling that I got. It was just so heavy that I remember just walking like this because it's just so heavy. It didn't hurt or anything. It just felt heavy, and it feels like it was gonna fall off. And that's the feeling that I have. But I remember just walking like this, like everywhere for like a few days actually. And even before, I used to have like a bad way to just sit on. I used to sit like this. And after a while, I just like learned to just sit right, because it's not gonna do anything. Your boob's not gonna pop. It was just like a funny thing about it. And it didn't hurt at all. I ended up taking Narcos for only, I want to say 24 hours. I took it, and then after that, I did not need to take any Narcos at all. It did not hurt. It was uncomfortable getting off the bed. That's when you do definitely need to have like your best friend, or like your husband, or your friend, your mom taking care of you for the first 3 days. Just so you can when you're getting off the bed, just so they can help you get off the bed. Besides that, you're completely fine. You can't take a shower for like, I feel it was 48 hours. I wasn't able to take a shower. They just recommend you not to. I see my dog's doing something wrong. Little shit. And besides that, I was completely fine. They are really swollen, so they look enormous when you first got them. It just looks so big, and that's when I thought, that was like, wow, like what did I do? They look so big. My parents was like, oh my God, like my fiance at the time did not want me to get that big. But the doctor explained, well, they're gonna like, go down, everything will go down. It usually takes about a year to your breast to actually settle. And you do want a massage. And every doctor teach their patient differently. My doctor told me to just squeeze the boobs from here, and here. 3 different ways every day, so at least like 3-4 minutes, so you can break down the scar tissue and continue to do it, because it's gonna make your boobs really soft. And it's true, because I have so many friends who have breast augmentation, and a lot of them have hard boobs, like they're really hard, and mine is just really, really, really soft. And I always tell them, like, well, my doctor taught me really well how to massage my boobs like completely. And like the moment when I remember getting it, and it was just very perky, like up there, like wow. And a few days later I want to say a week later, I started massaging them, and they slowly starting to just like feel like it belongs to your body. And then now I'm like completely happy. I have nothing to complain about them. I love the thing I hate about having breast augmentation. First, the thing that I love, like everything, just the feeling of putting up a dress and just having the perfect cleavage, or like just feel comfortable on my own skin. I just love this feeling, and I loved it, and I will not change it for any other way. It was definitely worth every single penny that I spent. The reason why I love that feeling. I love the feeling of feeling more sexy and feeling comfortable, and feeling comfortable naked, and feeling comfortable around anyone. It's just, I love it. I feel like every woman should feel that way, and I always did in the past, but I feel like something was missing. Deep inside me, I just always wanted to have big breasts. Now, the thing that I hate about having breast augmentation is the meanful, hurtful things that I get. It's just people just calling me fake, people calling me, you think you someone just because you have boobs, or just like the hate the society just throws at you sometimes. And it's just like, it hurt, because in my mind I was like, well, like I did it for me. I did it so I can feel sexy, so I can feel comfortable in my own skin. I didn't do it for anybody. Like who are you to judge me? And like, you don't know what's going on in my mind. It used to bother me just a little bit. And I mean, now like I have like a better way to deal with like hate, and I have like a better way to deal with like negativity. Like I like mature way more than before. Before I just used to be like sad, and just do like, I didn't like it. It was just like, I don't know, like it was just so mean. And one of those things I used to think like, why? Why would you be so hurtful? Like just because I did some plastic surgery, like it's not the end of the world. That shouldn't bother you. I used to think like, you can't please everyone. And then at the day's life, I know we can't please everyone. So I learned to just accept it. And I know some people's gonna hate it. Some people's gonna hate watching this video, think it's gonna be like, oh, it's too much, you're just trying to show your boobs and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's not what this video is about. I'm just trying to help the girls who's thinking about getting plastic surgery, lead them to a good path, and just walking down. Because when I went to get my boobs done, I remember researching. There was not many girls would talk about it before. Like 5-6 years ago, not many girls would actually sit here and just say, this is what I did, this is what you shouldn't do, this is what you should do. And it wasn't that much. So I'm like, well, might as well, let me just help some girls that's in the future deciding to do it. Why not? One advice, if you're going to get your breast augmentation, is making sure you do your research. Making sure the place you're going is safe. Making sure the place you're going to grow your breast, you know a friend, or you know someone who did it there that truly love, because it's your breast. I know there's a million places out there. Some places are more expensive or more cheaper, but it's not all about the money. It's just your body, making sure you got the right doctor. I have friends who ended up going to someone who was a little cheaper and ended up having like horrible experience. And I even had friends going to someone who was really expensive, but it didn't turn out as good. So make sure you research your doctor. Like, take the time. It took me 2 years to finally find my doctor, and it was a girl who got a teardrop. It was a saline, and that girl, her friend, hadn't got a silicone version. So after researching the doctor for 2 years, I made the decision. I flew there, I met with him, like we connect. He was super nice. He wasn't all about like going bigger and better or make something super small so you can change it later. No, he was just made what I really wanted and was perfect for me. And I truly, truly trust him, and I wish I could share with you guys his website so you guys can go there, but unfortunately he passed away. So one advice: research your doctor and do your homework always. I can't do it for you. I'm just only here to share you my experience on breasts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any question, like I say, comment below. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to my channel, and I see you guys in the next video. And bye. And I see you guys in the next video. Bye.